Hello, beautiful souls. Today we are going to talk about the power of super empaths and how they're able to destroy a narcissist's ego. So let's first talk about super empaths. So I'm sure you might be an empath or you know empaths. And oftentimes empaths are highly sensitive individuals and people seem to take their energy. Okay, so they're often exhausted, they're often depleted, they are the givers, and they have so many gifts because they're able to feel your emotions, they're able to take on your pain, your feelings, your emotions. The difference is with the super empath is that they have done all of their healing work. So they are no longer taking on anyone's emotions or feelings. They've done all the healing work to stop that from happening. They can see it, and they can see it so well that they can project those feelings back to you, but they no longer believe it is their role to take that on for anyone else. Instead, they use what they do know, and they use their senses to help humanity and to anchor higher frequencies. Okay, so they have built lots of boundaries around them. Whereas oftentimes a regular empath doesn't have their boundaries solidified. So in order to become that super empath, you have to be doing that healing work, that shadow work. You have to go to the root of your childhood. What role did you take on? Did you grow up with a depressed parent where you really had to be on edge and you didn't know where they stood that day, so you were always like feeling in, trying to understand what they were feeling and trying to gauge their behavior and trying to gauge their feelings? Well, then you have to do that healing work. You have to do that healing work around your childhood. And that will help you to move up into being a super empath. So with a super empath can actually reflect others' unresolved issues and shadow selves. They're like a mirror. They're able to project it back to you. And their energy disrupts the status quo of narcissists. Because if a narcissist tries to start talking some shit, they will stop it. So I don't know if you've ever been around a group of friends and one just loves to gossip and put others down. The super empath will automatically know what this narcissist is doing and they will put a stop to it. And they don't give a shit how they look to the narcissist. They will put a stop to it. They won't engage in the shit talking and the gossiping. They will put a stop to it. The other thing with narcissists and empaths is the projection mechanism. When a narcissist projects, which they always do all the time, it's a protective mechanism for them. Okay, a narcissist will often project their own disowned shadow selves because they just can't handle dealing with anymore. So they like to unburden themselves by projecting this energy onto the empath. But the super empath knows that it's a projection. And so the super empath won't engage in any of their fucking gaslighting or their blaming. They'll put a stop to it right then and there, which in turn helps the narcissist. Because if you feed the monster, what will happen? The monster will just get more ferocious. It will just get more toxic. You kind of have to starve that component of the narcissist, especially if this is a relationship that you plan on continuing. It's not so easy to just say, I'm going to leave them, or I'm going to leave my job, or I'm going to leave this or that. That's like easy in theory, but that's not easy in actuality. And so you have to learn how to deal with them, right? So when you experience a super empath, you'll notice that some people may not gravitate towards them like they would a regular empath, and that's because they can't manipulate them. Some people have an instant dislike towards these super empaths. Sometimes these super empaths can be cast as the family scapegoat, or can be cast as the family troublemaker if they're the most healed person in the family. So if you've done all the healing work and you find that your whole family is against you, that's because you're just not at their frequency. So you might be leveling up into that super empath era. Super empaths tend to remind others of who they truly are, and they trigger a lot of discomfort. So an interaction with a narcissist might be that the super empath won't engage in the projections. They'll just cut it off right then and there. They might show the narcissist that this is your shadow self, this is your own burden, and you are going to carry it. A super empath knows lies. They know when someone's bullshitting. They know when someone's not being authentic. Okay, so they will just put a stop to those conversations. They will put a stop to those blaming mechanisms. Qualities of a super empath are that they're intuitive and they're emotionally very strong. They have a commitment to personal growth, to their healing, to their spiritual development. So it never ends. They're never ending. They're always heightening themselves. They're always working on it. They're always in accordance with the universe. They're always in accordance with their feelings. So that is their superpower. They have a strong core identity. They don't need validation. They don't need approval. That's why you rarely see them people pleasing. And you rarely see them posting all sorts on social media. Hells no, listen to me. They are not doing that. They don't need that validation. They have these, what some would say, crazy intense boundaries. But they know their gift and they know that their gifts are sacred. They will not compromise their standards or their integrity. They have a capacity for confrontation when it is necessary. They're not drama causers, but they're not scared of confrontation if they need to have it. Especially when someone's trying to manipulate them. That's not even going to happen. They have an ability to maintain their personal power and not allow others to control them. Now, for a super empath, the truth is so important. Super empaths prioritize truth and integrity over everything else. You cannot feed them long-winded stories. You cannot love bomb a super empath. It's not going to even happen. They can smell the stories. They can smell the bullshit. They are walking lie detectors, okay? And they have an intolerance to lies and manipulation. They see right through people. So you know how a narcissist will like basically do these beautiful things in front of a bunch of people, but then they'll treat their own family members or their own friends or people they're in relationships with like shit. No, a narcissist will spot that. So if a narc is paying for the groceries of somebody in front of them, let's say the cash register person is a super empath, they will see. They will know what the intention is. They will know that this narc needs to receive an applause. That is their gift. Their gift is to sense the truth. When a super empath wants to destruct the ego of the narcissist, they are actually able to match a narcissist's energy. So the mind games won't work because they will just project it right back. Their personal empowerment is very unsettling for the narc. They are so personally empowered that they don't even hear the narcissist. You can't even if you're a violent narc, you can't mess with them because they put such a block that actually the narc will become so scared of them. They will never enable the narc, ever. They will never participate in their tactics. And so the key is, if you're wanting to be a super empath, you have to have boundaries. You can't continuously want to be liked, want to be admired, want to be respected. You own the respect. You respect your damn self, okay? You're treating others how to treat you. And you have hardcore boundaries. You're not giving away your energy for free. It's not going to happen. And so when you're wanting to become a super empath, or if you feel as though, oh, I'm an empath, but you know you haven't done the work yet, maybe you've never journaled, maybe you've never gone to therapy, maybe you've never sat and been self-reflective, you need to go back. And you need to kind of check in with yourself that, hey, I want to up-level this gift that I have. I need to do all of this work, A, B, C, D, E, F, G work, okay? So look at your journey as a super empath as a personal growth journey. Because you already have the gift. You just need to know how to use it. And you need to dismantle the narcissist. And one more thing about a narcissist. If you come across a partner who you believe to be a narc, and they admittedly say, I believe I am, and I'm going to get help for this. And you see them getting help for this. You see them shifting. You see them transforming. That is the only time you need to stay with a person like that. Or you don't even need to, but if you desire to, is if you see them changing. This will be less than 1%. Most of the time, they will be like this forever. They are low-level people that are here to remain adult children, to get whatever they want, to manipulate and gaslight the shit out of you, and to ruin your own confidence. And so you have to make a choice. Can I deal with that for the rest of my life? Your answer should be no. So become that super empath and dismantle their fucking ego. They don't deserve you. You deserve you, so protect your energy. Comment and like if this resonated with you at all.